Well, good day. This is the Chamber Perk. I'm Janelle Capra with Greater Bakersfield Chamber. Today joined with Lindsay Ashley from the Center of Neuro Skills. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm so glad we get to sit down and have a little conversation here.
Absolutely.
Tell me about your organization and how it serves our community.
Absolutely. So Center for Neuro Skills has been around for 45 years. We treat people who have suffered from a stroke or a traumatic brain injury.
Wow.
So what we do is we really focus on getting our patients back to living a meaningful life. And how we do that is by focusing on kind of daily living skills.
Yeah.
So whether that is learning how to walk, talk, getting back to work, getting back to driving, anything that really gets them back to a meaningful life. And how we do that is by providing rehabilitation. So whether that's through occupational therapy, speech therapy, physical therapy, cognitive therapy, you name it, we probably have it. And we do that because we truly believe that patients don't plateau.
Yeah.
So we use that to create a program that is specific to every patient that walks through the door so that we can get them back to their best way of living.
I love that. You know, and when you're talking about this very person-centered care, what is the connection between heart and brain health that we're hearing more conversation about these days?
There's actually a great connection between heart health and brain health. So many people don't realize that the brain really depends on blood pumping from the heart. And when that is damaged or blocked in some way, a stroke can occur. And a stroke is a form of brain injury. So it's really important to raise awareness around that. Stroke can be caused by many different things, some of which is stress. It can be substance abuse. It can be medical comorbidities. And the reality is that stroke itself is the number 5 leading cause of death in the U.S. Wow. And it's one of the leading causes of disability. So has a huge impact on our community.
Yeah, and when we're talking, I know I've been at luncheons where this is a priority. What are some of those signs of stroke that we can be aware of?
So the most common one that people will think about is maybe a droopiness on one side of your face. There can be maybe some tingling going on, possibly in the arm. Sometimes it's just a simple point in time where maybe you have a little bit of confusion, or your motor skills, or your motor skills just aren't quite there. It really presents itself in many different ways. And so, which is why it's so important to raise awareness around it, because everyone's different.
Yeah. And on that note, in this community, Center for Neuro Skills has a strong connection with the Heart Association. Tell me more about that.
Yes, we do. So we have partnered with the American Heart Association really to focus on raising awareness and providing resources back to our community, especially in the California and Texas communities, which is where we're located.
Bakersfield, California.
Bakersfield, California. This is where we started. So really between heart health and brain health, and Center for Neuro Skills and American Heart Association, it's a symbiotic relationship, right? So if you have a heart condition, potentially that could lead to a blood clot. A blood clot could potentially lead to a stroke. And so there's just a very basic relationship that goes back and forth between the two. So we really partner with the American Heart Association to help raise awareness, to help bring resources back to the community, especially when it comes to providing rehabilitation. So not only the education and prevention side of it, but also what do you do if this happens to you or a loved one? We're there to help provide that support.
Because help is there. Life is not over.
Absolutely.
And if this were to happen to you, we want to connect you with Center for Neuro Skills. So how do our friends connect with you?
So they can connect with Center for Neuro Skills. Online is the best way, www.neuroskills.com. There's also the American Heart Association, which you can also find us through them. They're also online at www.heart.org.
And for future events, there's always events throughout the year. Follow your social media.
Absolutely.
And Oh my goodness, Lindsay, thank you for your time and for the work you're doing to keep us heart and brain healthy.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be here and raise awareness for such a special cause.
Wonderful. This has been the Chamber Perk.